TypeIt ReadIt version 1.6. Free text-to-speech software for Windows and Mac. TypeIt ReadIt works for Windows 2000 through Windows 7 and Mac 10.2 through 10.6. It is a free download at schoolfreeware.com. This video will explain what is new with this update, show the user interface, how to use text-to-speech in different languages, saving text-to-speech to a sound file, and then inserting that file into presentation software like PowerPoint and video editor software like Microsoft Movie Maker. With version 1.6, a British English dictionary was added to the spell checker. Some bugs were fixed, including how Windows and Mac saves to a text file and how TypeIt ReadIt looks when running on a Windows netbook computer. The interface is almost the same as previous versions, with exception to the color button and the bold being moved. The application was originally developed to help a legally blind student who is having difficulty using Microsoft Word. The font size can be quickly adjusted and the buttons are large and easy to read. The color can be changed to meet the user's visual needs. Even if the color is changed, the text will still print in black. As stated earlier, British English was added to the spell checker. The language for the spell checker can be changed from the Edit menu. The plus next to the language indicates which language is active for the spell checker. With version 1.6, the spelling dictionaries include British English, American English, French, German, Icelandic, Italian, and Spanish. For text-to-speech, set the speaking speed and the speaking voice. Then click on Read from Start or Read from Cursor.
This is some text for the computer to read.
The speaking voice depends on the voices that are installed on the computer. For Windows XP users, there's a link on the School Freeware website on where to download the free Microsoft Mic and Mary voices, in addition to the free Simplified Chinese Text-to-Speech engine. For other Windows and Mac users, there's a button on the School Freeware website that links to a site to get free demos on high-quality voices in multiple languages. Text-to-speech can help users learn English or other language pronunciation and help proofread their work. This may help users with dyslexia or other language impairments, and can make writing fun for young students. To have the computer read in a language other than English, a voice designed for that language must be used. For example, a Spanish voice must be used for Spanish, a French voice must be used for French, and so on.
Hola, esto es un ejemplo en español.
To save the computer speech to a sound file, click Save to Sound. Windows will save to a WAV file, and Mac will save to an AIFF sound file. This allows the ability to listen to documents on iPods, CDs, car radios using iPod transmitters, and other devices. These sound files can be placed into iTunes, where they can be converted to an MP3, AAC, or other sound format. This allows the ability to listen to documents on iPods, CDs, car radios using iPod transmitters or other devices. These sound files can be placed into iTunes, where they can be converted to an MP3, AAC, or other sound format. iTunes can then transfer the file to an iPod, CD, or other sound device. These files can be placed in presentation software like Keynote, OpenOffice Impress, or PowerPoint. This can allow students with speech impairments to be able to participate in presenting to the class. PowerPoint will be used as an example. A few slides have already been created and are awaiting the insertion of the sound files. This type or copy and paste text you want to use for PowerPoint into TypeIt ReadIt and click Save to Sound. For this demonstration, the sound files will not be converted into MP3 or other format. Please note that WAV and AIFF sound files are large. If there's lots of files, then it makes sense to convert the files before inserting them into PowerPoint. Once the sound files have been created, start inserting them into PowerPoint. Click on Insert, Movies and Sound, Sound from File, then select the sound file. PowerPoint will then ask if the file is to play automatically or when clicked. Since this presentation is to simulate a presentation made by a student with a speech impairment, on-click will be used. If the presentation was to be placed on the internet, automatic start with timing may need to be used. The sound icon is placed next to the text to make the sound file easy to click on when presenting.
Bus safety. For my presentation, I will show you how to be safe on the bus. First, we need to go over some rules. Always go to the bus stop about 5 minutes before the bus is scheduled to arrive. If you need to cross the street, wait for red flashing lights and the stop sign to be extended. Cross only when all traffic has stopped.
A similar situation can be done with video editing software. Here in Windows Movie Maker is some video that has already been created. The sound files have been created the same way that the sound files were created for PowerPoint. The sound files can be added to the movie by placing them into the audio music timeline.
This is an example of what can be done. Just insert the sound file into the audio track. It is that simple.
Once again, this software can be downloaded for free at schoolfreeware.com.